It is your girl, Deja D, and we are here with episode 5 of season 3 of the podcast. Hi. What's up? Oh my gosh, before we get into this episode of the podcast, I wanted to just say thank you all so much for the love and support that I have been receiving this season. I be looking on my little YouTube and I be like, oh my gosh, look how many people are tapping in. I feel like the algorithm is really liking how I'm doing this season. I feel like my thumbnails is popping, like it's driving the traffic. So I want to say welcome to anybody who is new to this channel. My name is Deja. I go as Deja D, and I am a motivational speaker, influencer. I have my bachelor's degree in psychology, and I am currently in my master's program. I said it in the last episode, but I officially started my master's program, my professional clinical counseling program. So your girl is in her master's program to become a licensed clinical therapist. So yeah, what's up? I'm 23. I live in Philly, but I'm from Maryland. And that is just a little synopsis about me for all of those new people. Definitely make sure you are subscribing. Make sure you're checking out season 1 and season 2 of the podcast. It's called Let Me Tell You Something. This podcast is available on Spotify. This podcast is available on Apple Podcasts. This podcast is also available on YouTube. So definitely make sure you are checking it out on all platforms if you're not just only familiar with YouTube, or if you are listening on Spotify and you want to listen on Apple, or if you want to check out the visuals on YouTube. Definitely check it out on all of those platforms. I also want to say, make sure you all are getting the 2 newest editions of my books. So I have 4 books in total, but these are the 2 new coffee table books, Deja's Daily Doses. They are available on Amazon. I have them linked in my storefront on all of my social media platforms. They're also linked under this video. Just look up Deja's Daily Doses on Amazon and you will see them. They are hard copy covered books. They're available in pink and they're available in black. And then the paperback version is this stone color. So definitely check that out, as well as my children's book, Every Sparkle Needs Some Shine. Definitely support your girl in those aspects and make sure you're staying connected. So let's get right into today's episode. The title is You Are Not Dumb, Trusting Your Intuition and Being Confident in Decision Making. This is something that I find is a very important topic. I started therapy almost a year ago consistently. I go every week. Sometimes I'll be like, girl, I need to chat with you again. And my main thing with going to therapy and my main topic that I wanted to discuss was just becoming a more confident adult when it comes to my decision making. I think that as we're growing up, we have a lot of influences, whether it's school, family, friends, whatever the case may be. And as an adult, you have to be able to say, you know what, this is my life. I have to make this decision ultimately, and I need to be confident in my decision making. So that's what I started going to therapy for. That is something that I started to work on, and then under that umbrella falls a bunch of other topics. But essentially, having that confidence in your decision making is going to be very crucial and very important as you're transitioning into an adult. So I thought it was very important for me to make a topic about that this season. And it's called You Are Not Dumb. Okay, so we're going to be tapping all into trusting your intuition, being confident with your decision making, and saying, you know what? I'm not fucking stupid. I know what I'm talking about. Having that confidence, having that trust in your gut feeling, especially as women, we have intuition. It's right here, all up in here. And you know when something's wrong. So stop making the same dumb mistakes over and over and over again. So let's get into this topic. Let's get into this conversation, because let me tell you something. You are not dumb. Now, I'm going to be honest. Some people are dumb. Some people are dumb. We have dumb people in this world. If we don't have dumb people, we wouldn't have smart people. It's a balance. Some people can be short. In order for there to be short people, you have to compare it to tall people. But we have to have dumb people in this world. And I'm not saying you can't make dumb decisions. Sometimes we all make dumb decisions. Okay. But we do have some dumb people in this world. And we have people who know better and continue to do wrong. We have people who say dumb things and do dumb things. We have people who focus and spend their time and energy on dumb things. And we have dumb people in this world. And if you feel like the shoe fits, then wear it. But I want to speak to those people who are not dumb. Okay? You make mistakes. You're not perfect, but you're willing to learn and grow, and you're not dumb. We all have natural intuition. Intuition is the ability to understand something without the need for conscious reasoning. So if I see that it is 106 degrees outside and I decide to walk outside barefoot and I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. Like, my intuition told me that it was going to be hot as hell outside. I shouldn't have stepped outside. Like, I should have trusted my intuition. I didn't need to look at the temperature. I didn't need to see if it's okay for me to put my foot on the hot ass 110 degrees, 106 degrees ground to know that my intuition and to trust that. Okay. That's your intuition. Being able to make decisions and, understand something without consciously thinking about it. I know that if I go jump in the ocean and I can't swim, I might drown. That's my intuition. I didn't need to ask how deep the water was. I know I can't swim. So why would I do that? Trusting your intuition. I don't need to have reasoning. I just know that this ain't gonna work out. Okay. Have you ever had like a bad feeling about going somewhere and then you still decide to go and it's the worst event ever? Have you ever met somebody and you were like, I don't know what it is, but it's something about them, and you're just like, I don't know what it is. And then you still like kind of hang out with them, and then they prove later on exactly why you shouldn't have hung out with them. And it's like, damn, I should have trusted my gut. I knew it was something about them. I didn't have to, read their history or their bio to know that I just don't feel right about this person. Like, it's something about them. It's the way that they're carrying themselves, or I don't know, that shirt they got on. It's something a little shaky with it. I don't know what it is, but you have to trust that intuition. So yeah, in this episode, we're going to go deeper about building that confidence and learning to trust your intuition. Some people say that it's your guardian angel, your homeboy, your homegirl, whatever their pronouns are. When they say leave it the fuck alone, you better listen to your intuition, or you're going to end up looking stupid and dumb. And let me tell you something, you're not dumb. I've been doing 3 points this entire season. It's been helping me stay organized with my thoughts. It's been helping me stay, kind of on track with what I specifically want to talk about. And let's get into it. Let me tell you something. You do not want to have to tell yourself, I told you so. You do not want to have to tell yourself, I told you so. You know that feeling when it's like your mom told you something and she was like, oh, you better not do that, and you go do it. And she's like, I told you so. I told you so. Or your friend, they be like, girl, you shouldn't go do that. And you go do it. And they're like, I told you so. I told you so. You do not want to be a I told you so to yourself. Okay. That is the craziest feeling when you know that you shouldn't have did something. And you had in your intuition, you had this gut feeling of, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't talk to this person. The red flags was there. And I ignored them. I made them orange. I made them pink. And then you end up getting hurt, or you end up in a sticky situation and you're like, damn, I knew better. Like, I knew better. I should have did it. And like, I told you so. I am a firm believer in you will keep getting taught a lesson until you get it. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. I will repeat that. When you know better, you are supposed to do better. Now, we are growing. We are young. Some people are older than me. We're growing. Like, this is our first time living. We are bound to make mistakes. Like, nobody has a rule book or anything like that. And it is okay to make mistakes, but it's all on how you learn and grow from those mistakes. And if you keep repeating the same actions over and over and don't expect to receive the same outcome, that's dumb. We're not doing dumb shit no more. It's 2025. It's a new year. Whenever you're watching this, it's a new day. We're not going to keep repeating the same actions over and over and over again, knowing what the outcome is and doing it and expecting something different to come from it. At some point, we need to be holding ourselves accountable and saying, you know what? I can't keep doing this no more. I have to learn from this. And I cannot be mad at nobody but myself. Now, I live in Philly. Okay, I moved here. PPA is no freaking joke. There's no freaking games. They do not play. They do not fuck around. They will tow your car. They will give you a ticket. They will boot your tires. All that. Okay, they will all do all of that. And if you park somewhere that you're not supposed to park, it's okay if it was an accident. Okay, damn, I got a ticket. I learned better. I didn't even peep the sign, whatever. But if I see and I look at a sign and it's like, I know I shouldn't park there, but I'm gonna be quick. Maybe they not out today. Maybe they taking off. I just saw the girl walk down the street. She gonna take a little minute. I'm gonna be back by then. When you come back and your car is gone, the only person you could be mad at is yourself. Damn, I told you so. I knew I shouldn't have did that. I knew I should have picked that up off the floor because my gut feeling told me my dog chewed it up. And now I don't have this no more because I knew better. I should have did that. I knew I should have packed those extra batteries because now my camera is dead. I knew I should have checked the date on those tickets and now I missed the concert. When you have that little voice in your head telling you to do something, stop being lazy and do it. Stop thinking that, oh, it's going to be a different outcome. Oh, it's not going to happen to me when you know it's happened before. When you know better, you better do better. Okay, because you don't want to tell yourself, I told you so. Mistakes are expensive. Mistakes take time up from other things. Mistakes are natural when you make it once, but it's not a mistake when you do it after you already learned. You're deciding to be dumb. You're deciding to be dumb. I don't fuck with dumb people, and you shouldn't either. That brings me to the next point. Birds of a feather flock together. Let me tell you something. You can learn a lot about people based on who they hang with. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm actually not sorry. We are living in times where people want to say y'all aren't, judging people based on who they hang out with. We live in times where people want to say, oh, birds of a feather don't flock together. Ignore Leo. He just needs some attention right now. He also just turned 1. So everybody tell Leo happy birthday. He's a golden doodle. He begs and lives for attention. Hence his name. Okay. Can mommy record her podcast? You want to say something? Don't be dumb like me because I get in timeout. Okay. That's enough. Get down. Go somewhere. Go somewhere, Leo. Bye. I'm recording. So we're living in times where people want to say that they're not judging people. People want to say that, just because she hangs out with this girl doesn't mean she does that. I'm not saying you're the same person. But let's just be for real, okay? If you see somebody wearing a MAGA hat and hanging Trump flags up, you know what you think. I'm not sharing what I think. This is not the time and place for Deja to drop her opinions. But you know what you think. If you see somebody with a shirt on, a rainbow keychain, a Black Lives Matter, anything we all see like people affiliated with and stand with is a form of preconceived opinions on them. They're not based on facts. So what makes you think that birds of a feather do not flock together? If I see somebody walking around with the rainbow keychain and a rainbow shirt and love is love, I'm going to assume that you're affiliated and you're standing with the LGBTQIA plus community. If I see somebody wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt, I'm going to assume that you're standing up for Black Lives Matter, that you give a fuck about Black people. If I see you wearing a MAGA hat, I'm going to assume you're affiliated with Trump. So what makes you feel like birds of a feather don't flock together? We affiliate and we form preconceived notions. We form preconceived opinions that are not based on facts, just based on what you are affiliated with. So birds of a feather do flock together. Now, we are all individuals and we all live our own lives that are different than one another, and we can adapt to different areas and spaces. However, you are a product of your environment. If you sit in college, like I used to sit in college and watch baddies and smoke like Snoop Dogg and party like Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit was fun. Like, it was fun. But I'm not gonna wonder, I can't wonder why I didn't gain 50 pounds and I'm failing class. You could lay up with your broke boo all day long and wonder why you ain't got no money. You can't stay up late all night with your friends and wonder why you're late to work every morning. Every action has a reaction. And being a mature adult is making sure that you're aware of that and figuring out what your priorities are. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm not here to say and point the fingers of, oh, you did this, 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 you're lazy, you're bum, you're whatever. But I am going to say, don't be dumb and be like, why did I gain all this weight when all I'm doing is sitting around, getting high, drinking like a fish, eating chips and Doritos, and I'm wondering why I'm failing class and gaining weight. Do that make sense? No, you're being dumb. Like, you don't realize that your actions are causing for this reaction. You and your boo laid up, both broke, just sitting in each other's face, stargazing. Nobody's getting up going to work, and y'all are wondering why y'all ain't got no money. Are we being for real? When are y'all clocking in? When are y'all getting up? When are y'all getting up off the couch? Let's not be dumb. Like I said, I'm not saying don't have your fun. I'm not saying cut off your friends. I'm not telling you what to do. All I'm saying is if you do not like your situation, you need to evaluate your environment, and that also means evaluate who is in it. Birds of a feather flock together. And let me tell you something. If you're hanging around a bunch of penguins, you're not going to learn how to fly. We hear people say, don't take or ask people for advice when they've never been there. If I have goals of being a successful business owner and doing big things in my life, why would I take advice from somebody who lives on their mama's, like just sits on their mama's couch all day and watches Lil Baby and play PS5, sharing clothes with his homeboy and bumming for rides? Why would I do that? If you want to be a professional dancer, I don't know if you should ask your homegirl Lisa, who's been bedridden eating hot Cheetos and watching baddies. Does she know how to touch her toes and stretch? Do not be dumb and stop associating yourself with dumb, low vibrational people and in settings. If you want to change your life, look at your environment. And that brings me to the last and the final point that I want to say, and that is, it is okay to make mistakes. Let me tell you something. We are all living for the first times. Sometimes you got to do some dumb shit to know it's dumb. Sometimes you got to do the dumb shit to know that it's dumb. Yes, we have our heads and we have our brains, but we are also humans and we have our hearts, okay? Sometimes we hear our intuition and we know we shouldn't be doing things, but we still want to do it. Y'all know closure. Y'all know closure, that with the people that's causing me, oh, I want to get some closure. I need closure in this situation. I need to figure it out. I'm here to motivate you all. I'm here to inspire you all. I'm not here to talk trash and act like I'm Miss Perfect, because I'm far from it. I do my own things. That's what I told y'all in this season. I will not be sharing all my things, okay? This is not Deja Air Her Closet Out podcast anymore. That used to be season 1, season 2, but that's not what we're doing no more. But I'm here to keep it real with y'all, okay? Sometimes I wish I didn't know better because it makes things easier. It is hard to stand on it. It is hard to make the right decisions because we get so comfortable in our delusion. I'm here to let you know that I'm not judging you for the way that you decide to live your life. Here in this platform, in this Deja's Daily Dose community, with this podcast, with my channel, we are a community that is here to support you no matter what you choose to do on your journey of growth. But I will share something that stuck with me, and it will make you look at whatever situation is that you're deciding to play dumb with differently. The longer you stay on the wrong train, the more expensive it is for you to get home. I'm going to repeat that. The longer you stay on the wrong train, the more expensive it is for you to get home. You can sit and play dumb all you want to. You can act like you're fine with certain situations. You can act like you're happy when you're really not. You can live in this comfort of your delusion and continue to go and do the same things over and over and over again because it's easier for you to do that than to have tough conversations. It's easier for you to just kind of stay there than to move on. It's easier for you to just kind of like la 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 to whatever you're doing and play stupid and play dumb and ignore your feelings and to suppress your feelings. But the longer that you do that, the harder and the more expensive it is for you to get home, for you to get happy, for you to get out of whatever situation you are in. The longer you sit on the couch and eat hot Cheetos and gain the weight, the more weight you will have to work to get off. The longer you sit and go back and forth with your ex, the harder and the more hurt you have to heal from. The longer you put off doing something to better the debts, the more you will have to pay off. It is okay to make mistakes, but at the end, there will be a price to pay, and your happiness is the cost. So how much are you willing to pay? Let me know what you think about this episode. Let me know how you're feeling about this season. This episode, I like usually when I do my podcast, like the last 2 seasons, I would like write out all the episode topics that I wanted to do. But this season, I've kind of just been like letting it like go with the flow, like whatever my heart is telling me to speak about, I write about it. And I really wanted to talk about this because, like I said, I don't have to share my dirty laundry for me to give you all pieces of advice on things that I'm dealing with and going through and healing from and whatever the case may be. But I just want to let you all know that you are not dumb, okay? You know what's right and what's wrong. You have been living for however many years you've been living. I don't know how old you are watching this podcast. You could be 15, 18, 21, 22, 23, 27, 28, 30, 40, 50, 60. You have to start making decisions for yourself, and you have to start being accountable for the decisions that you're making. You cannot keep doing the same stuff, knowing what the outcome is, and just keep doing it and wondering why shit's not changing. Shit's not changing because you're being dumb. Shit's not changing because you keep doing the same stuff, the same dumb things over and over. It's no longer a mistake when you've learned. It's no longer a mistake when if you know, if I touch this hot stove, I'm going to get burnt, and you continue to touch the hot stove, it's not an accident. You're choosing to make those decisions, and that is dumb. Stop being dumb. You're not dumb. I'm here to build that confidence and reassure you that you're not dumb. So stop playing dumb. It's nothing cute about being dumb either. It's not. So I love you all. Make sure you're clicking the link in the bio and getting these books. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. I love it when you all comment as well. It definitely helps me out. And if you watch this video all the way to the end, I appreciate you. And I will see you all in the next episode. Guys, we are about to be shaking up some stuff, and I don't really want to get into it right now, but I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.